Illegal immigrants are being hired by Democrat-controlled states and localities to enforce gun laws. Yeah, you heard that right. That's a real thing that's happening right now in states across the country. It's not hyperbole either. Police departments from Chicago to New Orleans to even Maine, their reports are coming in about illegal immigrants being hired, given guns, and then enforcing the laws of the states, including gun control laws. But how is this possible, and what can we do about it? Stick around and I'll explain it all and more. Hi, I'm Ben, and you're watching the Minuteman Moment. Now, we couldn't do what we do at GOA without the support of our members. You all out there empower us to lobby Congress, state governments, and sue tyrannical bureaucrats. For those of you out there who are GOA members, thank you. And if you're not a member already, please consider signing up today at gunowners.org. Okay, now back to the video. Now, it is against the law for illegal immigrants to possess firearms in the United States. Specifically, 18 U.S.C. 922, D5A, and G5A say, it shall be unlawful for any person who, being an alien, is illegally or unlawfully in the United States to ship or transport in interstate or foreign commerce or possess in or affecting commerce any firearm or ammunition. And that's perfectly consistent with the Second Amendment. While everyone has a natural right to self-defense, even those who are illegally in the country, illegal immigrants and foreigners are not part of the people, whose right to bear arms is protected by the Second Amendment within the jurisdiction of the United States. It'd be absurd to say that an army of foreign invaders somehow has a Second Amendment right to possess and use firearms.
Это маникомио! Вы хотите меня видеть? Да, да. Идите в спортивния и рабочие викиды и принесите меню. Государственная форма 4473. Желтое авето и картотеки. Вы имеете полное описание оружия.
After all, the Second Amendment is largely about the security of our free state and our ability to protect against tyrannical governments, both foreign and domestic. So knowing this, it's wild that in some states, illegal immigrants are working as law enforcement officers, enforcing unconstitutional gun laws against US citizens. The irony is, it's perfectly legal. So far, there have been 4 major cases where an illegal alien has been hired in some capacity as law enforcement. More recently, Radul Bojovic, an illegal immigrant from Montenegro, was caught working as an armed police officer in a Chicago suburb. And earlier this year, the Trump administration caught more illegal immigrants working as law enforcement officers in Massachusetts and Maine. In California, they even passed a law that specifically authorizes the hiring of illegal immigrants as law enforcement. These cases of illegal immigrants working as law enforcement have drawn attention to an issue with federal law. Right now, there are currently 9 categories of people who are prohibited from possessing firearms and ammunition. Only one of these prohibitions currently applies to police. These prohibitions don't apply to anyone working for the federal government carrying guns in that capacity. Here's what the federal law says. The prohibited person categories shall not apply with respect to the transportation, shipment, receipt, possession, or importation of any firearm or ammunition imported for, sold, or shipped to, or issued for the use of the United States or any department or agency thereof, or any state or any department, agency, or political subdivision thereof. Thanks to that provision of federal law, it's 100% legal for an illegal immigrant to possess a firearm as a police officer because the prohibited persons categories don't apply. This problem is going to be more common as time goes on. Just a few days ago, on February 3rd, 2026, Immigration and Customs Enforcement confirmed to Fox News that they arrested a New Orleans Police Department group who they say is an illegal alien from Cameroon. This illegal alien's application for permanent residency was denied because of fraud, and even still, New Orleans, which is a sanctuary city, hired him to enforce laws and gave him a firearm. Anti-gun states and law enforcement agencies are intentionally hiring and arming illegal aliens, who can otherwise not own firearms, to enforce unconstitutional gun control laws, including red flag gun confiscations and so-called assault weapon bans. It's a threat to liberty to allow a large number of armed foreigners who do not have any Second Amendment right to participate in the disarmament and infringement of the people's Second Amendment rights. What's even crazier is that these illegal aliens who are hired as law enforcement could even be allowed to carry nationwide, while actual American citizens with Second Amendment rights are not. Under the Law Enforcement Officer Safety Act, or LEOSA, qualified law enforcement officers, even retired ones, are able to apply for and carry while ignoring state and local laws. This is ridiculous, especially since there's been a fight to pass nationwide concealed carry reciprocity for citizens for years. Now, we've been working on a solution to this 2-tiered justice system for quite some time, and we're glad Congress is introducing legislation to deal with this problem. That's why Gun Owners of America is working to pass the Stop Illegal Alien Cops Act with North Carolina Senator Ted Budd and Illinois Representative Mary Miller. This would make it so that no illegal alien would ever be able to lawfully use a firearm to disarm an American citizen ever again. It would also allow the Trump administration to prosecute anti-gun states for arming illegals and hiring them to work as armed law enforcement officers. This bill was just introduced and we need your help to pass it. Call your senators and congressmen at 202-224-3121 and ask that they co-sponsor Senator Budd's and Representative Miller's Stop Illegal Alien Cops Act, and make sure that Americans nationwide cannot be disarmed by foreigners working on behalf of tyrannical anti-gun states and departments. Now, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with GOA's latest fights for your rights.